All right, folks. We have $10 from Tap Runner. We need the security breach run. That incentive stands at $11,710.64. Keep those donations coming. I've also gotten word that we are ready for the next run. So everybody, please give it up for Ninja Gaiden by the Retro Runner.
Do it up.
We on? We on?
Yep.
This thing work? Yeah? All right. Yo, what's up, GDQ and gamers of the world? I'm the Retro Runner, speedrun retro video games. Let's hear for the first live GDQ in over 2 years.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden is back, baby.
We back, baby.
Harder than ever.
I'm gonna introduce my completely overpowered couch today. We got my dear friend who's been with me from the very beginning of my streaming journey and game shredder himself, 8-Bit Steve.
Hello, everyone.
We got Slackanator, who's the first person ever to complete this game truly damageless, which is something that a lot of people said was impossible. And last but certainly not least, we have GDQ Complete Veteran and Ninja Gaiden OG Aquas, everybody.
Hello.
I'm going to talk about a couple things before we get started on the run. The first thing is kind of the elephant in the room is like, what's this? Like, that's kind of sus. I call this a mash board. It helps with the final 2 bosses. I'm not the only runner who uses one. It's totally a thing. But basically, it helps us with a mechanic that we call slash canceling or sword canceling, the inputs of which are to press A, which is the jump button, and then to mash the down and B inputs. This cancels out the otherwise rather long slash animations of Ryu and skyrockets our DPS against the final 2 bosses. The other thing I'm going to talk about is something called the global timer, which has been the bane of my existence, grinding world record in this game. But basically, it's a counter that counts from 0 to 255 frames as soon as you power the game onto the very last hit of the very last boss. Counts from 0 to 255, back to 0, back to 255, so on and so forth. This is how the game kind of decides what it's going to do as certain enemies spawn and certain bosses spawn. Particularly, though, when we're talking about enemies that we affectionately call hammer bros that toss projectiles at us in an arc pattern and have the ability to completely ruin our lives. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset the game, and then we're going to mash the start button in order to affect a very low global timer, and this should help tame out some of those hammer bros and affect certain other things in the game. But without further ado, we're going to incant the magic words, Rossetti Spaghetti. 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, we in there.
All right. We call those first 3 enemies the 3 Stooges, and they did let us pass without incident. Very nice of them. We're going to take top route there because it's just a hair faster than going through the bottom. And in a moment, we're going to collect the most overpowered sub-weapon in the entire game, Spin Slash. It's so overpowered that most of the route revolves around acquiring Spin Slash and taking it to the end stage bosses with enough ammo or ninpo to use. It deals 1 damage per frame. They cannot even handle it. It looks pretty ridiculous. Should look something like this. And I believe a lot of you out there are probably familiar with the term bzzzt. Just so happens that that turns out to be a good one. To quote a friend of mine, that's a good bzzzt.
Show's darkest, of course, and yeah, we'll be coming up on the next big mechanic of the game. Well, one of the big mechanics is wall climbs. Anyway, it's instead of climbing the ladder normally, you can wiggle left and right and jump up the ladder. Very technical skill, and Retro Runner is very good at it, so we're going to see some awesome ones here. And yeah, he just got up there lightning fast, and then he's going to clip into this little platform here, jump up through there.
Yeah, we call that one the Giddy Up. Another shout out to Arcus. I like to call this room coming up the Bounce House. That was a pretty good one. It's actually super difficult to fully optimize that room. You could cut it even closer than I did. We're going to trade out our Spin Slash for another sub-weapon called the Windmill Shuriken. It's probably more commonly referred to as the Swag Star. A lot of runners like to throw theirs there, whereas me, myself, I prefer to throw mine here. It's just way easier in my opinion.
Yep. Then he's gonna grab this invincible fire wheel here. It's a tradition to grab it, and just helps you just take care of these enemies real quick. And he's gonna ascend this pillar via some careful jumps, and you got it. That's one of the newer strats, and that saves a very small amount of time to. That's the kind of time we need.
Yeah, like basically most of the newer improvements to this game are really tiny time saves, like 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3. But you add them up and it does matter.
I mean,
that's a pretty new one.
That's why we're back here with Ninja Gaiden, because Ninja Gaiden is faster now.
It is way faster.
So yeah, we're trying to let you guys know what's going on there.
Again, we take Spin Slash to our friend Bomberhead, who the instruction manual, I believe, bothers to mention is from the Bronx and what he represents. And he bites it to another good bzzzt.
They can't handle it.
No, they can't handle it. I told you that. I could verbally describe the route of the screen to you, but I'm actually going to sing it to you. We're going to get the timer, stop the time, get the star. We got the star. Throw the star now. Grab the auto fire, we'll kill the guy. Disarm the gun, we jump and slash in. Now we go bouncy, bouncy, bounce, 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 bounce. And that's how you do that.
Good screen, good screen. Yeah, so he's just, typical stuff, grabbing the necessary nimpo for the rest of the stage. And, so we saw the sword go right through that enemy. This is something that Ninja Gaiden does. It's a programming oversight, but we'll go too into it. Retro Runner's got a new safety for what he calls the buck clench cliff, somewhere where you can fall down. And he just did a standing slash there, and this is gonna help the bird bring him through here, just like this. And no risk of falling down that pit. And
shout out to Bumbledon. Thanks for that strat.
That's pretty cool. That's new. It jumps straight into this. So this stage, you don't have the spin slash. And Retro Runner gets a good enough kill, probably.
The good enough kill?
Yeah, but it's a new kill. It's a new kind of kill.
I just invented it.
You got to time the up flames really quick on that boss and catch you off guard. So we got a troll hammer enemy coming up right up here. Cool. It does nothing. So yeah, that's good.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna attempt to use this next bat to boost off of to maintain top route. I'm also going to attempt to do the first long ladder of the game, quick climb style. Here we go. All right,
pretty good. And you get 2 additional wall climbs to meet that bird boost up onto the platform, then jump up. Saves like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah. Sabera donations.
I got donations for you. We got $50 from Armpoli. The payment has been received. Now it's time to shred. Excited to see the Retro Runner destroy this difficult game and donate to a great cause. We have $300 from Narthex. What a delight it is to see the Retro Runner absolutely shred Ninja Gaiden on SGDQ. I trust this donation will help you go bouncy bouncy. Good luck on the run, TRR. We also have $100 from Raspinall. Good luck, Retro Runner. We're all rooting for you. We have time for more?
Yeah, fire away.
Excellent. We have $50 from Quarren, who says, looking forward to see the Speedy Ninja running in the most retro way. We have $10 from Goose, saying, let's go Ninja Gaiden. We have $11.34 from Silverhawk7, saying, so happy to see one of my favorite streamers live at GDQ. Good luck with your run, and show them how to charge up the Bew.
I didn't even go over Bew. Bew.
There it was.
We have $25 from Lefloic. Anyone feel like having some delicious Eggs Benedict? Like you, let's get doctors over any borders. Good luck, TRR.
All right, thanks so much. And in a stream, I would normally say something like, this is Shut Up Juice, which means the alerts are off and I'm digging in. Aquas, take it away.
All right, so he's going to 5-1, a pretty technical area of the game. And first off, he's going to start off with letting this enemy drop down carefully so that it falls on the platform lower so he can boost right up, gets it, saves like half second to a second. And then this screen will also be characterized by the double bird boost strat, where you're going to boost up a bird to get to another platform, and then it's going to help you again to ascend a pillar. And so that's coming up. It's always it's a pretty important trick, and it's always cool to see. There it goes. So that's the first bit. And then that was cool. That was a cool improv there. I like that. So Bird's kind of in a different spot sometimes, and yeah, it's like sometimes you might jump through the middle of the pillar or the left side, but I like that. Into 5-2, we'll see him watching his health here a little bit. Might need to grab some midway through the stage, but otherwise just grabbing the necessary Nimpo items to spin slash through the more difficult sections of the level, but it does have some tricks to it. This very yellowy mountain area. Nice. Got a little boost there that saves like a very small bit of time, and then gets some extra health. And drops down conveniently with the lemon drop strat. Just grab the wall, get over there, and then there's a bird boost that's really difficult to time as well. Just, a lot of good stuff that you kind of need to hit all of that. Looking for some nice, cool wall climbs here. Can get a few of them in there. You gotta do those wall climbs perfect, otherwise they're not gonna save time if you fall down or in the air too long. And then there's a RNG hammer that pegged him on the side. And this is the SP boost. You just ride these green guys up through there. Very nice. And he continues on with the necessary ammo and health. And we're gonna just go straight into the final level here at this point. Nice act.
Yeah, not bad. Coming up, this is actually my favorite boss in the game. His name's Mouth. He looks totally cool, but complete pushover. Even without spin slash, you can just stand right in front of him and like mash the sword button, the B button. You'll out DPS him every time.
All right, so moving on to 6-1 here. Basically, it's going to be plowing through. Timing his slashes just a certain way to get rid of all these enemies cleanly, because sometimes sword does miss. It's kind of bad. And then he's going to throw a star here to take care of some of these extra enemies, including that Hammer Brothers enemy right on the ledge there, just to negate any possibility of getting hit by that and being set back. So very good. And early star also helping out.
All right, we got it.
Very
Shout out
nice.
to my friend Fongers, because that's the Fong star. I mean, good God. I know you have no idea what that means. Follow him. Find out. Follow him.
So very nice. Just more D boost there.
Second long ladder of the game coming up.
Yeah, done optimally. That little ladder saves like, what, a second or something? Pretty good. But you don't want to overdo it with the wall climb practice. That's going to hurt your hand.
Everything in this game hurts your hands.
Yeah. And then nice boost. You just wait for the enemy and it helps you over. On a 6-3, there's a Hammer Brother right here. Sometimes he does something, sometimes he doesn't. Didn't do nothing. So you just go right through.
Can we sneak in one more quick donation?
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right, we have $100 from Teen is Brutal saying, so proud of you. Good luck on your run.
Love you, babe. All right, awesome. That is the newest piece of tech we have. We call it the spicy pickle because I call those green ninjas that fall from the sky pickle ninjas. And basically, that pickle ninja bridges the gap there a little bit. And then we have this, which is also fairly new. Shout out to our friend Beerful of Belly, who had the genius idea to apply that low percent strat to any percent.
The crispy new strats. I love to see that. We all do. That was awesome. Okay, so yeah, come up. The final boss, this is where the advanced mashing in the cutting board comes into play. Let's go. Want to take him out.
There's a DDQ plate.
Clear kill. That's awesome. That is so hard to do. And yeah, similar sawing fashion on the demon. See how it goes with the shrimp going wherever they please. And an excellent kill. Very good, dude. Excellent boss fights there.
3, 2,
Excellent
1,
run.
and stop. Time.
11:44.
11:43.
That's awesome.
Insane.
That's the fastest GDQ Ninja Gaiden run ever by a long shot. Yeah, so that's Ninja Gaiden nowadays, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
That's Ninja Gaiden. Just a couple things. I need to shout out my amazing community, the Retro Shredders, whom without I definitely literally would not even be here. I'd also like to shout out my girlfriend Teen, who puts up with an enormous CRT in the living room and supports every little silly thing that I do. Shout outs to Arcus for sharing his community with us multiple times over and just being really cool, friendly, supportive guy, even though we were both contesting the same record. And just one more thing. I just like this. I know it's video games, right? And like it's not that big of a deal. But if you apply what I've learned in my journey to things in your life, it is a big deal. Like a lot of people might say that your goals are frivolous or impossible, and if they matter to you, they're important enough to pursue, and just always keep that in mind. You got too much upward ground to cover in this life. And that's it. That's all I got.
Well said.
I'll see you on the flip of dip. Keep on shredding games. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, let's get one more big round of applause for the Retro Runner. That was absolutely wild. 11:43. Folks, what else is absolutely wild is that we are less than $400 away from $145,000 raised for Doctors Without Borders, and we have exceeded $12,000 on the 5 Nights at Freddy's security breach incentive. So keep those donations coming in. We will hit that $90,000. You're doing a fantastic job, and we're raising for a great cause. That Grand Theft Auto Vice City bid war is still super close. $45 puts the original version ahead of the definitive edition right now. If you want to see that definitive edition, get those donations in. We have a couple more donations to read. We have $10 from JC with more poetry. A big salute to you, early risers at GDQ. Time to watch Retro Runner slash up eagles and turn them to goo. Then it's time for more coffee, something I crave, so I can come back and hear my favorite 4 words, wise from your grave. Thank you so much, JC, for that generous $10 donation. We have $25 from Yohatu saying, thank you for the hard work. Love you guys. Good luck to all the runners. We have $100 from Tall Guardian. Let's go, Doctors Without Hors d'oeuvres. It's time to get these doctors some food. Folks, I know that you all know that we're here for Doctors Without Borders, but I have to tell you again about the absolutely wonderful work that MSF does. Folks, Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, is an international medical humanitarian aid organization that works in over 70 countries around the world, providing life-saving medical humanitarian care and speaking out about what they see in those areas. Their work aids people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. MSF relies mainly on the generosity of individual donors, as over 90% of MSF income comes from private donors giving small amounts. A $100 donation can purchase Ebola protective gear packed with everything MSF teams on the front lines of the Ebola response need to protect themselves as they work to safely care for patients during an outbreak. All right, folks. It is now time for an interview with the runner of McDonald's Treasureland Adventures, Liz Star.
Hello everyone, Kung Fu Fruit Cup here, and I'm joined by Liz Star, who's getting ready to do her upcoming McDonald's Treasureland Adventure run. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. This run is going to be so exciting. If any of you caught the pre-show, you could have gotten a little bit of a hint as to, like, knowing this is coming up. We may have made a joke on it. Now, okay, you specialize in bad games.
Usually,
Like
yeah.
awful games. Like it's just kind of your thing. Like we've seen it a lot. You know, I've spoken with Liz before.
I like my
and
trash.
Yes, yeah, that's a great way to put
I
it.
like my trash. I like my garbage. I joke I live in a trash can.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All my beautiful trash.
Well, there's so much good speedrunning and gaming content that comes out of it, and you know, a lot of like small communities can get like a bigger spotlight because of this. So
Yeah.
it's awesome to like hear about you and the games that you're involved in and the things that you like to pick up.
Yeah, for sure. Most of the trash games
Yeah.
usually have pretty small communities, so it's nice to like see them get showcased.
Right, and then it seems like there's actually a lot of really fun movement in so many of
Mhm.
these games where you're like you
Absolutely.
wouldn't expect it.
Yeah,
Right, so with McDonald's Treasureland Adventure,
I do have to say, it's not actually a trash game.
okay,
Okay, so anytime someone's like, "What game are you running?" and I'm like, "Oh, McDonald's Treasureland Adventure," and they're like, "But it's not during Bad Games Block." I'm like, "Yeah, there's a reason for that.
interesting.
It's a really good game. It surprises you."
Okay, but it's something like I've never heard of before, and I'm sure a lot of other people haven't
Yeah,
heard of.
and
I mean,
you wouldn't
obviously,
expect it to be good.
right? They would know McDonald's, but like, how did you find out about this game?
So my brother, my half brother, is like 20 years older than me, and he knows
Wow.
nothing about video games. So when I was like 5 years old, he's like, "You would like this, right?" And he gave this to me for Christmas, and it was McDonald's Treasureland Adventure on the Sega Genesis, and it was the bomb. It was
Okay.
really good. Always one of my favorite games as a kid. So when I picked up speedrunning, it was the second run I ever learned.
Really?
Yep, I've been submitting it every single year since my first year, and it had never gotten in.
It's finally getting
It's
like
finally here.
day in the sun. Okay, perfect. So then, like, with playing it casually and or speedrunning, like, what is your favorite element about like the run or just about the game that makes
Probably
it fun?
It's a combination. The movement is really nice, really fluid.
Mhm.
There's a lot of fun like tricks where you can damage boost due
Okay.
to the scarf grab. But the other just the aesthetics and how weird it is. This game is made by Treasure, who made like Ikaruga, Mischief Makers, and they just bring like the right.
What?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And it, like, why did they make a McDonald's game? It was their second game they ever released, like literally right after Gunstar Heroes, and it just has that weird manic energy of just like, what is going on? I don't know if you can see any of this.
We have some fantastic and incredibly unsettling art here for you to check out.
There's Ronald.
Yes, it makes me very uncomfortable. I think it's really good and probably a great heads up on what the run is going to be like. But you say it's a good game,
It
so
is
I
a
don't
good
know.
game.
Maybe this is misleading.
I promise it's a good game.
Okay.
But it is slightly unsettling because it is about clowns.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not. Look, I know Hobbs called us clowns earlier, but clowns are a little hoof. But I'm sure again, this will be wonderful. So, is there anything else you'd like to like tell us about, like what we can expect within this run? Like what's the deal with the run? Like what's the premise that we're going to be going with in this game?
So the story, very simple. Get with me here. Ronald McDonald is walking through a forest and he finds a treasure map, just a piece of a treasure map, and he's like, "I'm gonna go on treasure," and that's it. And then the treasure map doesn't lead to treasure; it leads to the other pieces of the treasure map, and then to the treasure.
Oh, okay. So there is treasure in it.
There is treasure at the end,
okay.
and you.
But the real treasure is the journey along the way.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see what the real treasure is at the end. The story, the ending to this game is bananas.
Oh wow. Okay, perfect. I can't wait to see. Okay, and then a little bit more broad for you in general. Like we've talked about you know, your whole like the whole trash idea. Like I just wanted to learn like along with this game, which apparently is not trash, which is good. But with the other things that you like to play, like what got you into this whole genre of these types of games, these like smaller communities?
The idea that like people even just assume this is trash and like don't even like look at it, that is why. Because a lot of people will just like, for any game that's considered bad, they'll just throw it aside. But why I like to speedrun these games is because there's a lot of fun to be had from them and a lot of like really good pieces. Sure, there's garbage. There's a lot of garbage. But like you can really find like the fun in there if you actually like sit down and try to play them.
Yeah. That's fair. I think that's a really good point. And again, there's so much out there that people don't usually see or talk about. And this is why we wanted to talk about this in an interview before the run, because we're like, we want to put a spotlight on these games that don't
that are when I say trash and garbage, it doesn't even necessarily mean bad, because trash and garbage is just things that are thrown away, forgotten, ignored. Yes. And in a way, McDonald's Treasureland Adventure is. It's even though Treasure is one of the best companies ever, no one talks about this game.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, this will be good to know, and I'm sure you all at this point must be just over the moon excited to see this run. I know I will definitely be catching it, whether it is like super live or like right after. I'll be watching. Don't you worry. But it's been wonderful talking with you once again. As always, you are great, and all of your runs are super fun.
Thank you.
And before I let you go, any last words you want to say? Like anybody in the community you want to?
Shout outs to Node, who will be on my couch, who made the task. Also, shout outs to McDonald's, even though this game basically has nothing to do with them. I've never eaten a McDonald's burger.
Oh,
I was going to, but we can't take off the mask.
Oh no, that's a bummer.
I was like, when
It's
it finally
okay.
gets accepted, I'll eat a burger for the first time. People are like, that's the worst time to eat a burger.
Yes, well, okay, that's fair. Yeah, usually we don't encourage, like eating a bunch during an interview. It's hard to talk, but
Yeah. No, not an interview, just during the run.
oh my gosh, that would be so funny. But
Yeah.
it's okay. It's all good. The run will be the treasure enough for us. Well, thank you so much again for chatting with
Thank
me,
you.
Liz. You were great, and best of luck on the run. You're gonna do amazing.
Thank you, dear.
I appreciate it. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Hey, folks, soon enough, we are going to be commanded to rise from our grave. But before that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We have a $50 donation from Gamers Inc. saying, love from all of us gamers here in the UK. Such an amazing cause and absolutely loving this. You're all amazing. Congrats to everyone involved. Thank you so much. And folks, we are over $145,000 for Doctors Without Borders. We are also at over $12,500 toward that Five Nights at Freddy's security breach run. Keep those donations rolling in and we will absolutely get there. We are also only separated by $20. Original version is only ahead of Definitive Edition by $20 on that Grand Theft Auto bid war. So there's still time to tip the scales. Whew, it's been an early day. And if you want to see that Definitive Edition, you still have time to make that happen. We have $10 from Wubba Dubsman saying, played both Bubble Bobble and Ninja Gaiden on my NES growing up, and I'm so glad to see them both on the retro run. Shout out to my college friends for introducing me to GDQ 6 years ago. I love those guys, and I love all of you. Stay hydrated and hype! $5 from Oh My Remy toward MSF. I bet you have not heard this one before. Longtime viewer, first-time donator from Estonia. Wanted to give my small appreciation for the doctors. Good luck to all the runners. And folks, I do want to remind everyone that $5 is half of a $10 donation, which can purchase 45 emergency food rations for use in a crisis or natural disaster. That is a significant chunk of good for a very small price tag, supporting the great work that Doctors Without Borders does around the world. And thank you so much for that $5 donation. Speaking of $10 donations, we have $10 from Moss, who says, what is sleep? GDQ good, caffeine, thanks.